Good afternoon. I'm Shawn Yao, and this is One News Now. The government is now being urged to provide assistance to OFWs in Hong Kong amid a, quote, humanitarian crisis. Bayan Hong Kong and Macau chairperson Emil Villanueva told the chiefs that some COVID-infected OFWs are being neglected amid the ongoing COVID surge in the city-state. He said some COVID-positive domestic workers are being forced to stay outside by their employers as a precaution. He adds that some have opted to stay outside hospitals and sleep in parks.
Generally, parang ang sitwasyon ngayon, talagang medyo may kumbaga humanitarian crisis among migrant domestic workers. Habang wala pa na yung Hong Kong government na nasa-set up na isolation facility, I think incumbent upon our own government na mag-provide.
Villanueva also explained that a gray area in Hong Kong's employment law is contributing to the distress of sick OFWs. He said a termination can only be considered unlawful if the worker is on sick leave.
How can you ask for tawag dito yung sick leave? Pagka alam mo na, pagka nalaman na ng nag-test, immediately pina-fire. So hindi ka na talaga makakapagkuha ng sick leave noon, no? So baka pwedeng doon makatulong ang gobyerno. Sana doon sila umaksyon.
All right, more on this OFW situation in Hong Kong with Philippine Consul General Rally Tejada. Good afternoon, Consul. How many OFWs are affected by the COVID surge there?
Right now, according to our records, there are about 78 OFWs who have been hit by the pandemic. And I just want to react. Can I react to the statement of Mr. Eman?
Of course, sir.
Yes, I would just like to refute his statement that there is a humanitarian crisis here. It's a little bit overblown. And, the Hong Kong government is doing all its best. And of course, here in the Philippine Consulate General, we are also doing our best to make sure that all of our kababayans are taken care of and all their needs are attended to. We'd like to assure the public that all Filipinos needing emergency assistance due to the recent surge of COVID-19 cases have been accounted for and assisted. I don't see anyone sleeping outside or being left outside that are not attended. Each time that we are told that there are Filipinos needing help and assistance, we are there and immediately respond to their needs.
All right. Consul Tejada, can you paint us a picture of how it is like in Hong Kong right now? We, of course, are familiar with their zero tolerance policy, and this is a little bit of a hardline policy against COVID-19. How is the general situation in Hong Kong, and how are OFWs doing there based on what they've told you?
The situation right now, the zero COVID policy, of course, they're trying to mirror what the mainland China is trying to do. But it's not as stringent as mainland China. We are free to move about in Hong Kong. There are no lockdowns. Technically, there are no lockdowns since the COVID pandemic started in 2020. So practically, we are free to move about and we are able to do our business the way we are doing right now. Except that, in the past few months, we've been getting zero COVID infections every month for the past maybe 6 to 7 months. The strategy was very effective. But everybody was caught by surprise because of the severity and magnitude of the fifth wave. Thousands of people here got sick because of the pandemic. And of course, with that, Filipinos got sick too. But, I would like to assure the public that every effort is being made to attend to them, especially our Filipinos, kababayans who are here. And rest assured, Sean, that we are able to assist everyone.
Can we go deeper
all we need
into
to know
that?
Is that
Yes.
All we want to know is that let us know what kind of assistance they want, and we have a dedicated hotline to ensure that their needs are attended to.
Right. Actually, I wanted to ask you on that, Consul. Exactly what kind of assistance are Filipino expatriates there in Hong Kong? What are they, what can they avail, or what kind of help can they ask from the consulate?
Okay. The situation here is an issue of sheltering because all of hospitals are facing a difficult challenge right now because of the surge of COVID infections that people need to be attended to. They need to have medical attention and be isolated. So that was the main challenge that we faced. In the beginning, it was difficult, of course, even as you can see before in the pictures and the videos that you've been seeing before. You were seeing beds outside of hospitals already because it's just simply full to the brim. But right now, everything has stabilized. Hong Kong has been able to put in more quarantine centers. They've been able to put in more isolation centers, and they're now able to attend to anyone who is needing medical attention because of getting sick of COVID. Now, we have a system here in place. All you need to do is call. You need to call the hotline, dedicated hotline of the Center for Health Protection. That is a hotline that has been in place. It's been in place for people to call, and they're able to call it, and then a medical doctor will be able to assess them as to their need. Now, most of these people are given a medical treatment and sent to isolation centers. But of course, the situation here is that there's a lack of quarantine rooms at the beginning, but now things have stabilized. The protocols in place right now is that if you are suffering from mild or no symptoms at all, you are supposed to self-isolate. Self-isolate, go home and self-isolate, and adequate medical treatment will be given to you. But if you are sick and experiencing serious symptoms, then you must call 999 and you will be met by an ambulance and taken to a hospital. That is the current protocols now. The problem with this, when you mentioned that there were some Filipinos who were displaced and that were staying outside, that was at the onset of the pandemic because there was some panic, there was some confusion, but this has been clarified and we're able to meet the challenge. For us, this is not just a sheltering issue, but a medical issue. Since the Hong Kong medical system is experiencing some challenge, we banded together here, the consulate, the Filipino community, and some well-meaning NGOs to put up an isolation center where we can put up put our kababayans who are in need of isolation. So we've been doing this, and we've been able to put our kababayans who are sick and experiencing mild to no symptoms inside this isolation center that we put up. It's a bayanihan effort, coordinated by the consulate and participated in by the NGOs and well-meaning members of the Filipino community. So we are able to meet the situation.
All right, very good to hear. Thank you so much for your time and keep fighting the good fight. Philippine Consul General in Hong Kong, Mr. Rally Tejada. Thank you, sir. Let's check in on some updates from the campaign trail. Vice President Leni Robredo went around Bukidnon today. She visited the town of Sumilao to meet with farmers, whom she lawyered for back in 2007 to claim back their ancestral land. She will conclude her campaign activities in the area with a people's rally in Malaybalay. Meanwhile, Manila Mayor Isko Moreno took his campaign to Marikina and Rizal. Moreno began his day with a church visit, followed by a motorcade heading to the Amang Rodriguez Gymnasium, where town hall meetings will be held. He is also set to meet Cainta Mayor Kit Nieto later today. Hundreds of Lacson Soto supporters were present at their motorcade in Batangas. The tandem also paid a courtesy visit to Batangas City Mayor Beverly Dimacuja and 5th District Congressman Marvy Marino. The pair will be holding meetings across various towns in the province. DPLaban senatorial bet attorney John Casticiones says the party having no standard bearer is becoming a problem for the campaign of its senatorial candidates. In an interview with the chiefs, Casticiones said that DPLaban planned to campaign as a group. However, this did not push through, with them having no presidential candidate. Because of this, he says that many DPLaban candidates are having difficulty with campaigning.
Some of the candidates under DPLaban were already adopted by other political parties.
Right.
And so I think it's a matter of giving each and everyone the opportunity to really campaign in such a way that they would have a presidential candidate that would be supportive of their cause and advocacy.
Let's take a quick look at today's other top stories. Metro Manila mayors recommend downgrading the capital region to alert level 1 starting March. The mayors noted the low positivity rate and risk classification in each LGU as the basis for their recommendation. Senate Energy Committee Chairman Win Gatchalian says that an integrated version of the Pantawid Pasada program for PUV operators is a lot more practical than suspending fuel excise taxes. Estimates from Gatchalian's office show that the PPP option will only cost the government close to 2 billion pesos, while suspending fuel excise taxes could mean a 270 billion peso hit in revenues. Filipino pole vaulter EJ Obiena wins gold at the Orlen Copernicus Cup in Poland after matching his season best 5.81 meters. This is now Obiena's second first-place finish this year. For more updates, visit News 5, the Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Masks on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I am Sean Yao. We are One News.